Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, Ma. We're like waiting for everyone to join in live. But what is that one word that is coming to your mind as we enter 2023?
The diamond and purple light of grace and good fortune flowing into everyone's lives.
Oh, wow.
And lots of better relationships and fun and laughter and togetherness.
And togetherness. I love
Yeah,
that.
2023 is promising to be a great year for a lot of people on planet Earth. And so I think that we just need to invite that good fortune into everyone's life and send out the healing, that everyone is happy and well and embracing each other.
This is so fun. I can't actually believe that we are here on the other side of this sunrise.
Yeah.
And what I'm also most amazed about, Ma, is that there has been a seamless sort of entry into this year.
Yeah.
Is that
tranquil,
something very tranquil?
Especially when you've been chanting and doing the healing and also spending time with family and loved ones.
Absolutely.
And not in a rush to get things done, but to continue to comfort the world around you and to nourish yourself in the bargain, right? Because eventually it's about how nourished we feel and how fulfilled we feel is what we're going to send out into the world. So it's a lot of fun. I think 2023 is a perfect beginning. And of course, some people in the world are still on 31st night celebrating, waiting for this wonderful, majestic energy. And diamond, the frequency of energy is definitely different. And I think over the next 5-6 days, we'll start feeling the impact of that energy. It's not like a switch that is just suddenly going to appear, but there have been some planetary changes in the spiritual worlds and in the material sky, which are permeating, and by the time they come and settle on planet Earth, it's going to nurture good health and definitely more progress with hard work.
Amazing.
So I would say 2 things about 2023, family and work.
Family and work.
Yeah, the family is all twinkling diamond light and the work is all purple. That means that it's going to be all with the mind and planning and no procrastination and no delays. If you just put your mind to do something, it'll happen. Your body will follow your instructions.
I love that, Ma.
Yeah.
And so as we step into this new year, I just love the question that we've chosen. And I've been thinking about it since last night, which is that do wishes come true? And it's such a natural instinct for us to bombard each other with this word wishes all the time. We wish you a happy new year, we wish you a happy birthday, and we wish and we wish and we wish. So are wishes something that becomes concrete, or do they actually have an energy of rootedness, or they are more like clouds that float and arrive where they have to?
Blessings of the heart, and a genuine wish does have the impact. And sometimes even an ingenuine wish also has the opposite impact, right? So that's why people say choose your friends carefully and family comes first. And, because there are well-wishers within the universe that we live in. And they are blessing. You look at us, we are sending out healing to everyone on planet Earth. Now, all those everyones don't know that it's us, but it's the divine plan that they have to receive. And we are just instruments and channels of delivering that good fortune into their crown chakras, into their life, into their relationships, into their wealth. And we are all wishing for freedom from hunger and pain, and that everybody should have sustenance of work and effort to earn their livelihood and live dignified and respectful lives, and everybody around them cherishes them, loves them, is kind to them. So these are all wishes that flow with the light and they reach their destination. And of course, if you're purposeful, you're a healer, you're healing for a specific thing, yes, it is that the light and all the angels in heaven will come together to make it happen. But when you ask for wishes come true, then I can share a story.
Yes.
And I think it'll highlight what you're asking maybe, and then we can discuss it more.
I love that, yes.
So the story is that there was a woodcutter and his family used to live in this little forest, and every morning he used to go and he would cut wood, and then he would take it outside the forest and sell it to the inhabitants of the little village and the little town nearby. So one day he was cutting wood, and he could hear a faint cry of somebody saying, "Help me, help me." So he was looking around and he couldn't see anyone, and he continued to cut, and through that noise of his saw, he could hear someone saying, "Help me, help me." And then he realized that there was a tree that had fallen on the other side of where he was working, and he went and he could hear that the voice was coming from that tree. So he went nearer to find there was a little fairy who had got trapped under the tree, and she was saying, "Help me to get out, and my wings are stuck under this tree." So when the woodcutter looked at the tree, and he said, "It's too heavy for me to move, and so I should definitely, maybe go and call some more people." So the fairy said, No, I want you to do this, this, this. And she guided him. And very soon the fairy was free. She had come out from under that heavy big tree. So then she said to him that, "I'm very pleased with your assistance and your generosity and your time and all. And I want to give you a gift. And the gift is I'm going to give you 3 wishes. So when you go home today, you wish for 3 things and they'll manifest." So he cut and cut and cut, and he put all his wood. He went outside the forest, he sold his wood, and then he went home to his wife. And then his wife was sitting there, and he looked very tired, and so she said, "Oh," and he said, "Yes, and I'm also very hungry. What have you made for dinner?"
Oh,
So
wow.
she said, "Oh, I've made soup, but I wish I had sausages to give you for dinner."
Mm-hmm.
And before she could say it, this bowl of sausages appeared on the dining table.
Mm.
So then he said, "Oh my God," he suddenly remembered this fairy, right? And he said, "She told me that she was going to grant me, and look at you. You wasted one wish. I just wish these sausages would get stuck in your nose and. So before anything could happen, the sausages had gone and got stuck in her nose.
Oh no.
So now she was so offended that he had been so disrespectful to her. And now these sausages were stuck in her nose, and he said, and he told her the story. She said, "How did I know that you had met this fairy? And now you're just, look at these sausages." And she was trying to tuck them out of her nose, but they would not come out of the nose.
Oh no.
So the woodcutter had wanted to ask for food and, a nice home and to live happily ever after, but now 2 of the wishes had already gone. And then he saw his wife in so much discomfort, and he kept looking at her and more love came out of his heart that this is the woman who stayed with me and looked after me, and we made family together, and she's family. So, the last wish will just have to be that the sausages have come out of her nose. So then he said that, and the sausages went, and then the husband and wife looked at each other, and they said that, what do we have to wish for? We have to really know that the love that we have for each other in the heart is sufficient, our hard work is sufficient, and we just enjoy what we have instead of wanting something more. And so I was reminded of this story when just now you said that.
What are wishes?
What are wishes? Wishes are things that we are projecting, that we need and want and desire, but we are making no effort to do them or get them.
Oh, wow.
Or comfort, the family. So finally he did prove that his hard work and the money he had got from selling the wood would be sufficient to get the food, and whatever was appropriate would appear on the dining table. But finally it was his wife who was his biggest concern. He could not see her in discomfort.
Yes.
So he used his wish to nurture the sausages back out of her nose, right? But look at the thought. So why the nose in the story is because the nose has the ability to connect to the fragrance of the divine and the fragrance of the material universe, and it's about self-recognition. So when you get stuck, you can't recognize your own talents, you can't recognize your own abilities, you can't recognize even your gratitude and association with family. So that was my answer, Divya. What did you understand from it?
I actually understood two main things from it. That basically our mind is so chanchal, or so, not, I don't want to use the word fickle, but it's always
it's like
very constantly changing. And so even whatever we may intend in our heart, our mind may take us in a different direction, and wishes are part of that mind trick or that mind manifestation. So that's the first thing that I'm thinking and healing about. And the second takeaway, Ma, is that the wishes will only come true when we have honest effort co-joined with a heartfelt intention. So our heart has to be open, and then our body has to follow that open heart to do the healed action, and then those wishes become reality. Otherwise, those wishes can cause so much discomfort. I think that's what I have realized. Is that correct? Oh,
no.
Have I missed something?
Yeah, the real part of the story is that even fairies who are so angelic and do so good for people can also get trapped. And their wings, that delicate part of their body can also be, right? Yes. And you, the mind self, can always say that tree is very heavy. Yes. And you cannot move it, right?
Yes, Mom.
And cannot help when you're looking for other people. Somebody will find in the forest, let me go out towards the village and bring someone to help. But with the assistance of the healing and the self-conviction, and with a little bit of subtle suggestions, you can come out of your trials and tribulations. So that is the highlight of the story, that the man has done his good deed by listening to that angel, and she has taught him a very important lesson of how to maneuver even the biggest boulders and the biggest karmic burdens from your thing by just being in association and doing something good for another being. And then the fairy is always saying that I'll grant you 3 wishes, right?
Yes.
So what are the 3 wishes in the story?
What are the 3 wishes?
The first is that she asks for the sausages. The second is that the sausages get stuck in her nose. And the third is that he wants his wife perfectly back without anything stuck anywhere.
Yes.
Right? So we have to understand that sometimes we are only inviting with our mind, we are manifesting things, and we're always dreaming about, we're not thankful for the soup, we're wishing for something add-on, want, and that could just, destroy our self-worth, our self-recognition, and we maybe don't need that so much. So I think we have to be very circumspect and very, very intelligent about what we're desiring. And yesterday I was talking to, I think, a few healers, right? And we were doing the New Year meditation. And somebody was saying that they haven't made a will, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so that was the biggest burden
to carry into 2023.
Yeah. So they're just carrying those boulders with them, right? So after you have left this world, whatever you leave behind, it'll be shared by the people who really you owe them something for.
Yes.
From a previous lifetime. So whether you leave the will or you don't leave the will, the people will still fight. People will still conjecture, manipulate, and say that no, dad wanted me to have this, mom wanted me to have this, and then the fight begins, and then wishes become so big that you're not in the moment, and you're not self-aware of what kind of false ego is nurturing your fragrance of life. So only gratitude and truth. I think for the 2 colors, silver and purple, I would say it's gratitude and truth. Truth always wins. So instead of coming home and saying that, I will tell you a story first, get me dinner, I'm so hungry, I'm so tired. He could have just shared the story and then they could have planned something together, right, with family. But he was in haste, she was desiring, and her desire was to only please him.
Okay. So that was her wish.
Yeah.
So sometimes is also another part of the story, that sometimes we get stuck like the sausages in the nose, that we get stuck even when we are wanting to be of service to others.
Yeah, or having the opportunity of, what we are listening and what we are hearing. And somebody was writing to me this morning, I was just looking at the messages, and they were writing to me that what are the affirmations that I can use for 2023? So whatever affirmations you use, if your heart doesn't really desire it, it's not going to manifest. So I always say that speak the truth and look deep within your heart. There is an observer, there is a wisdom mind, there is an intuitive portal of perception which is going to guide you to do perfect action in the now. And that perfect action, most important, is hard work and family for 2023. Don't deviate from it.
From that.
So whatever is your sojourn with your work, even if you're a, homemaker, then just do that perfectly. It's not always about money and having more wealth that'll make you happy. No. Finally, It's about what's within the sphere of influence that you are impacting others with your thoughts.
Yes.
So satisfaction, gratitude. Remember, we are all immortal beings. We are going to be here and then we're going to be in other realms, always serving, in service. That's why whenever, spiritual gurus initiate their students, they always give them the Das and the Dasi title, right?
Yes.
And then you're the Das, or the authorized, empowered angel of light, that the Guru is saying that you are now empowered by the divine and you are working for the divine. So that's your visa, that's your passport, that's your ticket to 2023 and beyond.
That just puts a big smile on my heart and on my face.
Yeah.
And we have Dilip shares his understanding. He says, ma'am, the story gives us a lesson that we should let life flow rather than create our own blocks through desires.
Perfect.
Yes.
So just flow one day at a time, and that's what I teach, and that's what you have to live with, and do your healing.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the other thing. I think Akanksha had asked yesterday that what will make me happy, what is my wish? My wish is that all of you do your healing and walk the path of truth, and then you're all going to be happy, fulfilled, and you'll have more than you need or know what to do with. So the divine will assist you, guide you, comfort you, and the healing light is in your hands. So get connected more and more by doing the act of healing. And those of you out there who are not connected, they can also get connected.
The 2023 is a year of connections, heart and healing connections. Networks and connections.
Yeah. In fact, this Diwali was one of the yantras that I did was for networking.
Yes.
Because I feel that people are a little bit shy, and with the 2 years of COVID, they've lost that comfort level with other humans because everybody's been working from home in isolation. So I really thought that the world needs that kind of energy. So we did major work with that
network yantra.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So many new healing devices and yantras.
Yeah, and the blessings for the home.
The blessing for the home, and then the being of wonder. So it is a year has begun with a lot of blessings, but I'm also feeling very peaceful. I don't know if that is the same with the collective, and I'd love everyone to write in there,
and
ask their questions and their thoughts and how they're feeling this morning or on the eve of 2023, depending on where you are geographically on the planet, because there is a peacefulness, there is a tranquility.
Yeah, I think the purple light stills your mind and gives you a lot of comfort, and the silver light is, of course, the 1,000-petal lotus that's opening at your crown chakra, and there are at least 1,000 rivers of light that you can send out into the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I
so
remember
gorgeous.
Dehradun and that beautiful picnic spot called Sahasradhara, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's such a beautiful place. The waters are coming down, and there are 1,000 little rivulets of water joining down and becoming in the confluence of a big lake. And I remember going and meditating there many times, and every drop of that water has a limited time span because it's going to be evaporated, and then become a cloud and then rain somewhere else. But there's equal energized distribution of the energies in 2023. I don't see just certain pockets that are going to get the energy, everybody's getting it. So stay strong and stay healing is the biggest
wish and biggest mantra and biggest action.
Yeah.
And Suma, as you said, that 2023 is about family and work. So we have Arpita Saxena, who asks and says, Pranam Ma. She says, when you are referring to family here for 2023, does it only refer to our biological family or a community or tribe that includes friends and people we love?
Tribe, community, friends, parents,
neighborhood,
brothers,
even the birds that
sisters,
you're
birds,
feeding every day.
and the plants that you're watering, they're all family.
Family. It's anyone, and ma'am, please
Even your
correct
house
my
is your family.
understanding.
Yes.
That if we define family in the simplest of terms, could it be that family is anyone or any object or situation, place or thing that we are interacting with and are receiving or giving something to?
Yeah. The other day, I was doing a healing session with someone, and we were talking about dressing up, and the person was saying, "Oh, you'll dress up really well." So I told them that I buy clothes to wear, not to hang in the cupboard, because when you lock them up in the cupboard, that these are too good to wear, they're really sad.
Yes.
And they're telling each other, when is my turn going to come, when is my turn, and one little part of from the hanger will tuck itself out, and you'll say, "Oh, I hung it so well, how has this got entangled in this?" But it's actually those clothes are speaking to you, wear me, so that gives them so much joy to be in the light, not hanging in the dark in your cupboard. So I was telling the person that conversations with things that you have, silent conversations with the food you cook, and even the soap that you use has great willingness to be of service. So we have to enjoy whatever we own, because those things are also part of a family tribe. My favorite scissor, my favorite knife. The other day I was talking to somebody who has a bulk kitchen, and they were doing cutting something very hard. So I was telling them that you should be careful. So they said, "Oh, we are very careful." So I said, "How?" So they said, "Oh, we all have our own favorite knives." So they have a friendly knife which has got an at least visual name tag on it, and nobody else is going to take that knife. So when I just understood that even the knives were so evenly distributed that they were friendly.
Oh, wow.
And that they were using the knives appropriately to cut certain foods or whatever they were connecting to. And this sustenance of relationship with even objects, it's very, very important to understand it in 2023 and beyond, that everything is your friend. Everyone is your friend. Every tree, plant, animal. You have to see that they're part of your tribe, your family, your associations, and they're willingly giving you whatever they have to offer. So enjoy, take it, and share it forward. So that's how I'm looking at 2023 and sending out the healing that all of you nurture your homes. Your biggest relationship factor is the presence of the home, and the light that is coming out of your heart is in connection with the walls, with the sofas, with the beautiful surroundings that you live in. Make them more beautiful. I'm not saying go buy and shop and start accumulating. It's about sharing your love your hands to dust the home and to wash the plates and put them back in the cupboard or the dishwasher, whatever you're used to. So be appropriate in thanking every gadget in your house for working well and making your life easier.
Easier. I love that, Ma. Thank you for such a comprehensive answer.
Yeah.
And so we can really all implement it in 2023.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we have Ashish Bhatia, who asks, when life flows, does it follow its own path or is it given a direction?
You can, as a healer, give it your direction, and sometimes it flows independently, because some of you just don't want to care about the world outside and it's all about me, me, me. So that means that there are some boulders in your aura and they have to be healed in order for you to be able to open up to giving. So yeah, sometimes it will flow independently to go to where you need it the most. If you're looking for a job, then whatever healing you're doing, if you have a sincere wish, then that healing is going to, confluence is going to be job, 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 job. And then somebody is saying, I want a lover, I want a husband, I want association, I want family. So many people are so lonely.
Yes.
So you can make friends with things at home. It doesn't have to be people.
And then, Ma, coming back to the story, we have a
Yes.
very sweet observation and question by Shreya Bhartia, who says, Ma, is the sausage our greed?
Yes, of course. Pigs can go and they can eat anything and anything anywhere.
Yes.
And pork sausages were original. Now, of course, you get sausages made of other meats and even vegetarian sausages. But we were talking about it's the greed and it's the self-recognition, and it gets stuck so hard. In English they say, oh, he has his nose very high up in the air. Right? That is a deference to your false ego. So the nose is a very, very silent instrument that's helping you breathe, and it's giving you recognition about who you are and what you can become, a better version of yourself, but only you have to recognize it first. And that comes from unplugging the sausages out of your nose. Maybe many people psychically have things that are not comfortable in their lives. I think the biggest mantra could be that I am nourished and enriched by the light. So when you're nourished and enriched by the light, then every action of yours is nourishable and is equipped to bring harmony and goodness into your life permanently, not just for today or just insufficient. You can gather the confluence of that river into your heart. And remember that those filaments of light are traveling through every pore and cell of your body. The consciousness, the observer self, the wisdom mind, all walking together, holding hands, embracing each other. And that's the visual of 2023.
I love that visual. It's so exciting. And we have a few other questions, Ma.
Yes, I'd love to answer them.
Yes, I also love the questions. They take us down so many different pathways and understanding. So we have Dilip again, who says that, ma'am, which is the predominant color of this year?
Lilac and silver.
Silver.
So lilac is at the ankles and silver is at your feet soles. And there's little filaments of this in all the other chakras, starting from the highest crown all the way down. But lilac and silver are predominantly impacting our beautiful, world. And of course, if you look at the lilac and the silver, then planets are wonderful, Saturn and Ketu. Because Dilip is always looking at what is the vibration. So those are the two planets that are really going to be leaving a big impact. So spiritual high and the wisdom mind unfurling to give you the ability to stay balanced in all situations at your ankle, and for your feet soles to carry you to your happier destinations. So I'm not suggesting that you wear silver and put big silver earrings, because the men will say, how can we wear the earring? It's about inviting that color into your life. If you are eating mithai and there's a little silver on it, it's good. So you can use that. or you can light a silver candle for a few minutes in your home, purple candle, healing candles from the healing center.
Beautiful.
That's how the energies are going to flow, and they're going to really be embracing you. They're just not flowing in any direction. They're definitely coming to anoint your spinal chakras with the light. And I see that over the next 4 or 5 days, things are going to be magically coming together for all of you.
Love that. That's so inspiring. Dilip also says, thank you, ma'am.
Love you, Beta.
We have also Sakshi who says, love you, ma.
Love you.
Anita who's resonating with the affirmation you've given, that I am nourished and enriched with the light.
Yeah, nourishment comes from the solar plexus and the navel, and enrichment comes from the crown. So the energy flows through the crown above our head, and it's like a bubbling fountain of purple and silver and gold and platinum light, and it flows down into our creative source is the navel. And that's where these two energies come directly from the crown and directly from your feet soles. And they meet there to create magic.
Very magical. Bhavna Gulati says, with the grace of you, ma'am, I'm looking forward to a happy, healthy and healed year ahead.
Not by just, what did she use the word?
By your grace, ma'am.
By your grace, and what? What was the next line?
I'm looking forward.
I am.
In a happy, healthy and healed
State of
balance.
And the confluence of your river. Now, so if the confluence will not happen if your language doesn't change to present perfect. Like it's already happening for you. It's not something that you're hoping for, looking for, seeking.
Yes.
You know, it's absolutely omnipotently there, omnipresent.
And then we have Parshvati who says, Dear Master, in 2023, I hope I'm able to control my thoughts and steer towards exclusively happy and constructive thoughts. Love you, Master.
Parshvati, you have to get connected to healing.
Yes.
Finally, your thoughts will go to sleep. And the wonderful, energized, intuitive self. Remember how we see at the ears, eyes, and how we hear at the ears, how we smell in the nose, how we taste in the mouth, and how we touch others with our skin. These are 5 great instruments of constructive opulence. You can just use your 5 senses to see everything better, hear everything better, smell everything better, taste everything better, and touch the truth that you are in a very lucky place. So wishes are that, things should happen without us doing any hard work. That doesn't really happen. Everybody is, they say, oh, it's just luck. It's not luck. They work towards it in previous lifetimes. In this life, you may think that they're getting it easy, but they're also at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing for them to harness that opulence, that wealth, that gift. So we can all keep balanced at our ankles without criticism and blame, and walking forward, and things will be so much better.
I love that. Yes, I'm just stunned by that you make everything so simple, Ma, and actually it is our responsibility and our choice and our action to be happy and healed and healthy. It's not just that thought cloud of a wish. It has to be the action.
Yeah, and remember that this silver light that I'm talking about in 2023, it's all coming from the water element. So, Parshvati, drink more water. Every time you have too many thoughts, go drink a sip of water, and immediately your mind will calm down.
I love that.
Simple.
I'm doing it now. That's why Ma'am is looking at me.
And see, I'm drinking from a silver glass.
Yes.
It's going to go down and nourish you. And then I'll send more of the silver light to all of you. See?
Love that. Receiving the silver light.
Yes, it's twinkling all over.
That's amazing.
I went out for a walk on the terrace. It was so cold, and we have this curacia tree which has these majestic lilac flowers, And I, for the first time, I noticed that the bark of the tree is very silvery.
Yes.
So I was thinking this is manifestation of the beauty of
2023.
2023. Majestically, she's standing and at
Blessing
the
us all.
galaxy and spreading those rays and ribbons of light that are wrapping all of you right now as I'm talking. I'll ask Divya to post a picture of it somewhere.
I will.
Today.
I
To wish everyone Happy New Year. We can just click.
I love that. And ma'am, we have lots of loving,
Questions?
yes, some questions, some healing requests, and lots of love and good wishes from Chavi, from Neha, Fauzia, Preeti, Swati Goyal, and Manish Kathuria, and Shruti and Sachin Bhaiya from Hyderabad,
Oh, so sweet.
the Kumars, and the Divans, and lovely Nanki, and Ruchi Bakshi.
And some of these lovely names have been sending me messages
Yes, ma'am.
that I need to answer, and they won't get a reply today because I have too many other messages from, and there's just one me. So ask after a few days.
Yes. And Pashruti is saying, thank you so much, Master. I love you so, so much. Cheers to the water.
Cheers,
Yes,
cheers.
cheers to the water.
Yeah, you can drop a few drops of whatever you like into it.
Absolutely. And we have Smita who says Happy New Year. And of course, Neha, how can I forget our cuddly little Fifi? So Fifi
that's so
wishes us
sweet.
Happy New Year as well.
Yeah, love Fifi.
Yes. And then we have Kanishka who's joining in, and she says, Renu ma'am, please, Renu ma'am, request for blessings. I am almost 9 months pregnant now.
Oh, so
Request
sweet.
for blessings for a healthy baby.
Yes, absolutely. Such a bundle of joy in the new year.
Yes, congratulations.
Any day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
6th of Jan is very auspicious day.
Yes.
So we'll send healing.
Yes. And then we have Mr. Ash who's joining in and is connecting to your meditation on the tree. And he's asking that isn't looking at the tree in service a form of enlightenment where there is no wish and all embrace?
Of course there are wishes. I was looking at the tree and I was sending this purple and silver energy to all the students that their third eye chakras, where they have wisdom, guidance, intuition, self-perception, self-abilities manifesting. So looking and meditating on the tree of life is one thing. There are myriads of colors in that tree. Those are only the physical manifestation on planet Earth that is inspiring and rejuvenating the grace and distributing it. And of course, the color of the oxygen. How did I forget? With the water comes this
Water.
oxygen of life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That is converting all the impurities into purities and giving us the nurturance. So yes, it is a meditation, but at the same time, it is an instrument of reflection that what am I doing in my world to make it a better place?
Better place.
Wishes are about, oh, my life should get better, but what have you done for somebody
else?
This morning, Divya was gleefully coming at 6 o'clock after she'd left some food for the birds and the crows, and then she was saying, I think the crows love me very much. So I was looking at her. So she said there's so many of them waiting for it,
Yes.
waiting for those little tidbits that we have the ability to share with them. So it was sweet.
Absolutely. They are my friends.
Yeah, they come.
They are family.
And they bring family. You
They
know,
bring
it starts
family.
with 1 or 2 crows, and then they say, you know,
They
there's
never
a
eat
feast.
alone. They
Yeah,
never
never
eat
eat
alone.
Yeah. Always inviting, calling out to others,
Yes,
come,
ma'am.
come, come.
Yes, ma'am. And then we have Bhavna who's sharing that, ma'am, the silver light you're describing just reminded me of the song Chand Mera Dil Chandni Ho Tum.
Nice,
So she's humming a song in her heart,
lovely. Keep
connecting to the
singing.
chant.
The ear chakras are very harmonized this year. We'll all be able to hear the truth.
Oh, wow.
Because
That's
the silver
amazing.
light is also resonating as swirls of light outside our ears, no? So there's like twin swirls
Yes, ma'am.
of lilac and silver light in the Merkaba triangle, which is forming from the top of our head and sitting on our shoulders.
Shoulders.
So it's also got the purple, magenta, lilac and silver twinkling light. And you know what
Amazing.
gets covered in this triangle that forms?
Yes, ma.
Your eyes, your nose, your
All our
mouth, your
senses.
ears, and of course your
Our skin
intuition,
and
your
our
wisdom,
intuition.
your guidance, your tolerance levels, all coming from the throat and the blue
Amazing.
light. So stay with the rays of the rainbow, the orange, the red, the yellow, the green, the blue, the lilac, the pink, the diamond energies, the gold energies. All of them are in a confluence. And where is that confluence? Somewhere in the middle of our head. So in that middle of the head is the creativity center, the pineal and the pituitary glands that are going to be activated, and they're going to give you new insights into what you've been doing. So I think it's a very important thing for this year to give up one thing that you
Okay.
do or that you eat or that you have a ritual about. So, in fact, there's a friend of mine and this couple, and they go to the Gurdwara every day. So they were saying, what should we change? What should we change? I said, find another Gurdwara to go to. You know, instead of going to the same place every day. So you could change your energies by visiting new places. Every week you could shift to a new Gurdwara.
Hmm.
So it would be
Yes, ma'am.
interesting to do seva in different parts of Delhi, Noida, wherever you are. But to stay in that consciousness that we are able beings and whatever we are wishing for, we have the ability to make it happen. By doing the hard work, by connecting with the right people and appreciating whatever you already have instead of saying this is no good. I had recently somebody saying this house is no good, we have to
Oh.
change it.
The house that they were living in, ma?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was thinking, why are they saying this house is no good? It's given them shelter for 30 years. And now it's suddenly no good. So that dissatisfaction brings detachment. So the house is also telling them, go, go, go. I don't want you naughty people to stay
People.
with me.
Oh.
So soon it'll
So
be
we are-
sold. Then
Oh,
they'll regret it for the rest of their life. That house was so good, we should have never sold it.
So, ma'am, the house can sometimes just
Also
push you out.
Mm.
How does that work? That's so interesting.
Because it just decides that you are always complaining, and why should it
Oh.
give you any shelter or anything? So either your money will run out and you'll have to sell that house, and it all started because you criticized.
Oh.
It's not God is not punishing you, other people are not doing tantra on you, they are hating me, they are cheating me. No, you have installed the consciousness and you have said things, and now every object in your house is suddenly going to disappear.
That's quite
Yeah.
quite a
And
thing.
just a few weeks ago, I think about maybe 10 weeks ago, somebody had called me and said that, you know, I was wearing this diamond ring and my diamond has fallen out.
Yes.
And I've searched and searched and searched and I can't find it. So I said, it is in the house. I see it near a red cloth or bag. So you should look for it. So they said, we've turned the cupboard upside down, everything's done and this and that. And then she just sent me a message that, no, I've not been able to find my diamond. So I told her, you will find it. So then day before yesterday, she sent me a message, diamond found. So I was very curious, where did she find it?
Yes.
So she has a red bag in which she keeps all the locks and keys that they use on their suitcases to travel. So her husband
Yes,
was
ma'am.
traveling, so she had put her hand into that bag to take out a small lock
Some lock, yes.
with a small key to give to her husband.
Hmm.
And then after 2 months or these 2.5 months, he had been traveling and then he came back and she was putting the suitcase away because he's not traveling for another month or 2. So she took the lock and the key to put it back in that pouch and she found a diamond sitting
Oh my
there
Lord.
nesting. So it's a very
Wow.
sweet anecdote about how people will think that they've looked everywhere, every shred, every cloth I've uncovered, I've seen in everything. It was just a tiny little pouch that had the keys and the locks in it. So they're all talking, they're all capturing, they're all wanting. Can you imagine the keys? Saturn and Venus are friends. So the diamond
Friends.
said, let me stay for a few days
With my
with my
friend.
friends because you're so ungrateful about the ring. Now she has a lot of gratitude for the diamond. She's saying, you know, when I was wearing it, it used to bring me so much luck, and I really felt, bereft of goodness in my life. So we have to see how things are friendly with each other, and sometimes you have a favorite coffee cup and then suddenly you just start drinking water from it, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Why does that happen, Ma?
Because it's fed up of the coffee
Coffee,
flavor.
it's fed up.
Yeah, it's saying that why I don't want this coffee, this bitter, dark brown colored drink in my body every day. Give me something new. So then you'll start drinking water. Maybe it'll become nimbu pani. Maybe you'll have honey and lemon and ginger water.
Yes.
It's constant change is a very good idea. That means that you're intuitively listening to the cup, to the spoon, to the table, the pen that you're writing with.
I'm going to really pay attention to all these things and really excited actually to think about what is that one ritual or activity or even like a food or even a place that we like. Supposing I sit in a particular chair and read, so I can change that chair.
Yeah, but don't tell the old chair that you're going because I don't like you anymore.
No.
You
I'm
should
talking about
thank
two
it.
things, like the change aspect and the giving up. I'm not giving up that chair.
Okay, good.
I'm talking about the change and the
Yeah, you can take it to a
giving
new
up.
place and read. Maybe sit in the sun if the sun is out and it's not snowing and not so cold.
So how can we identify something that we have to give up?
When it's every time you eat it or drink or you use it,
Or you do that activity,
you feel unhappy.
unhappy. Oh, okay.
Somebody shared with me that
Yes, ma'am.
they go to this person's house and every time they go and they come back, they get very sick.
Yes, that does happen sometimes.
So you know what I saw?
What, ma'am?
That other couple, and they said that I think they're doing something negative to us.
Oh.
So when I saw that other couple has a beautiful home and very nice, a chef who cooks very good food, and so when this couple goes to their house, they both feel a lot of envy, and they wish that this could be our life. So every time they go there, they have indigestion. So they come back and then they have stomach pain, and then sometimes they feel a little depressed, and they think that they are doing something, but the reality is that they're doing it to themselves by feeling the envy.
By connecting to that energy.
So it's not always somebody else's fault. You have to dive deep inside your own consciousness to see what are you taking and what are you bringing back from somebody's association.
So we should take the healing and bring back the light.
And gratitude in your heart for having been invited into that abode, because you also have some karma that you keep visiting the same friends again and again.
Yes.
Their home could be very welcoming. The energies could be magnificently beneficial to you.
Yes.
So that is the structure of wish. So what you're silently thinking is also very important, what you're speaking is also important. But finally it's your actions that make the big picture change.
Big impact.
Yeah, the frame changes or the picture changes or the colors on the screen change.
Can sometimes the entire movie change?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And is that always a good thing, or it can be positive or negative?
No, it can be positive. I was just thinking about Rishabh Pant, the cricketer who was in an same time in the 3 days he's also got the award. So there's got into this accident. And then the other is that he's got the award, he's got the recognition, he's been talked about. See, we are also talking about
him, sending him healing.
Sending him healing for a quick recovery and back to base.
Yes.
So that's how life is. It's full of surprises and full of events. And if we learn and we nurture and we help, we move on. We are also constructing our own destiny. Somebody could say, oh, why was he driving so rashly? That would be like sending him hate energy. Or blame energy. Everybody is doing the perfect action in that moment for an end situation to manifest. So we have to see how we look at life, what we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we taste, and what we touch.
And connecting to that pyramid of silver and lilac.
Purple light.
That's
sitting like a beautiful
crown.
Protection.
I love that, Ma.
Gold and silver and purple pyramid of light.
Yes.
Surrounding you with rays going deep into the body of Mother Earth.
Absolutely.
These pyramids are very, very big. Don't think it's just a tiny pyramid.
No, it's magnificent.
I used to, teach some protection measures in my seminar.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I used to see these people. I used to say that, you think of a pyramid, and then they would think of a pyramid which would appear like glasses on their eyes. And I used to think, why? Then I started teaching it and saying that affirm that is bigger than your body. And then instantly the universe in the spiritual, energy field started changing.
Wow.
So then the pyramids got bigger and the people were sitting inside them like their own private caves. So it was very interesting.
I love that. And
let's take one more question before we...
Yes, Ma. There's actually just lots of love and wishes pouring in and lots of gratitude. So we have Monica Arora, we have Simran and Riza and Seher.
So sweet.
And
love you, three beauties.
Yes. And then we have Kashyap Taneja and his entire family.
Yes,
and of course we have Rima Auntie, Rima Kalra, Kavita Mitta.
Rima Kalra is here.
Yes, I sent her the link.
Love you.
And Sonia Didi, Sonia Dhingra, and many others who are sending so much love to both you and me, Ma, and we're sending them back love.
Big hugs and lots of love.
Yes.
And clean up your homes and put the homes in these lovely purple
pyramids
and silver diamond-like energy protections.
Yes, Ma.
And know that they'll bring the confluence of all the 1008 rivers of light, and your homes will be flooded with happiness and good fortune and good health and good wealth and enough fame and enough recognition and enough beauty and finally knowledge.
Love that. Love you, Ma.
Love you. Love all of you so much. Stay well, stay healing, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Let's chant Om.
Yes, Ma.
Take the sound into your hearts and take a deep breath and chant with us. Take care, love you, stay happy, healthy, fit, and healing. God bless. Big hugs to families.
And to the work.
Yeah, and to the work. And to the home.
And to the home.
Love you all. Bye.